Range test of this vehicle OLA S1 Pro Gen2. Hello guys, this is Manjunath and welcome back to the channel. So few of you asked to do a range test in the super mode, so I thought of doing it now because I'm going back to my native and on the way I'll do the range test. So right now you can see I have 98% charge. Last night I put it and completely charged it, but it has dropped 2%, so we have 98% and we have ridden about 306 kilometers. So this is in normal mode. So here you can see, okay, in eco mode it's showing 178 kilometers, in normal mode it's showing 142 kilometers, in sport mode it's showing 124 kilometers, and in hyper mode it's showing 99 kilometers. So you guys asked me to do in sport mode, which is showing 124 kilometers, but pretty sure it's not going to be 124 kilometers because in normal mode itself I am getting 110 kilometers. So let me start the vehicle. So by default it goes to normal mode, and what I'll do is I've changed it to sport mode, and here it's showing 120 kilometers, 306 kilometers, and let's start. I'm guessing it should be giving around 70 to 80 kilometers. Let's see. So it's 98%. Keep in mind it's 98%, not at 100%. Time is around 10:29, almost 10:30 a.m. My range is about 76 kilometers from here. Just to keep it fair, I weigh around 80 kilos and I have a luggage about 4 to 5 kilos. Approx 85 kilos is what I am carrying. So I have never ridden in the super mode. Like I would tried it, but not for a longer duration. The pickup in sport mode is comparatively much quicker compared to normal mode. We have dropped to 96% already for 2.5 kilometers from 98%. So I am doing the range test of this vehicle OLA S1 Pro Gen2, which I got it 2 weeks back, and I am facing a lot of problems with this vehicle. I have already visited thrice to the service center. So we have traveled 7.6 kilometers. Battery remaining is 90% at the moment. I am cruising between 70 to 80. I have traveled 14 kilometers and we have 82% battery left, charge left. Based on the mathematical calculations, it's giving about 8 to 8.5 kilometers for every 10% charge. So technically for 100% it should be giving 80 to 85 kilometers. So let's see. Previously at 90% we had 7.6, right? At 80% we'll check and we'll get an approximate idea about how much range it will give. See here, 80% total kilometers traveled is 15.6. So 15.6 minus 7.6 is 8 kilometers. So 8 kilometers per every 10% of charge. Again, it depends on the speed at which I am riding. So I am at between 70 to 80, mostly at 70 kilometers. It will definitely drop more if you have a pillion rider along with you. I don't think I'll be reaching my village at this rate. If the percentage of the charge left keeps dropping at this pace, then I don't think I'll be making it to my village with this charge. So what I'll do for the 50% charge, from 98 to 48%, and we'll see how many kilometers we have traveled. So based on that we can decide the rate. It's very windy today. I don't know how much of the audio is captured because it's too damn windy. Now we are at 70% charge and 25.2 kilometers is what we traveled. Previously at 80 we were at 15.6. So 9.6 kilometers is what we have traveled for the last 10% charge. Also, I am very close to 5,000 subscribers. So please subscribe if you haven't subscribed and make me reach 5,000 subscribers. So now we are at 60% and we have traveled 33.7. So that's approximately 8.5 kilometers for the last 10% charge. I guess it's roughly around 8 to 8.5 kilometers for 10% charge in sport mode. It started to drizzle. Okay, I'm keeping the camera in. It started to rain. So right now we have traveled 37.4 kilometers. We are left with 56%. So we have used about 42% charge. 37.4 kilometers is what we travel for 42% charge. I'll keep you guys updated about the range after riding for 50% of the charge. Okay, we are at 48% charge left and we have traveled 43.3 kilometers. So we started at 98% and we are at 48%. So for 50% of the charge we have got 43.3 kilometers. When we do the math for 100% it would be around 85-86 kilometers. So from here I'll decide whether to go in normal mode or the sport mode, because I still have a lot of distance to cover and I'll have to make it to my native. Otherwise I can't charge in between, because one Ola Hyper charger that we had just passed by and I have already crossed that. So I can't go back and get it charged. So 48% roughly in normal mode it should travel about 48 kilometers. I have about 35 kilometers to travel. I reached my home. For the remaining distance I came in normal mode and we are left with 16% charge. So if I had come in sport mode I would have barely made it home. So right now we have 16% charge. Thanks for watching and have a great day.